voters. The money that would be made from this tax would go into the general fund. Nothing could be taken by the state. If you're 62 or older, you can apply for an exemption, and it will have a strict oversight for where the money is spent. The fact is, this decision to put the measure on the ballot was neither a simple or an easy one. It involved many years of discussions and revolving around developing a 5-year financial plan and balancing our budget. It involved the creation of a citizen committee, the Financing City Oversight Committee, which was asked to review expenditures and revenues and come up with recommendations to City Council. In the 2010 Financing City Services Task Force report, it's dated, we were asked to find fat in the budget, and there was no fat to be found. Thank you.
Okay, pass it on to, well, finish completely.
Actually, I won't use the mic. My name is Mark Seckbart. I do political consulting and public affairs work for biotech firms and high-tech firms throughout California. I also run campaigns. I had the privilege in 2008 to go to Indiana and run half the ground operation for Indiana for Obama. We had a 1% win, first time since '64 that a Democrat carried the state of Indiana's president. 27,000 votes. In 2009, Jim and I debated Bruce Banco and then the police chief on a sales tax measure that was successfully defeated 60-40, and we gave a poster to the club to raffle off as a fundraiser. This is an Obama poster from Indiana. I bring it to you, and my favorite is the real Joe the plumber who voted for Obama, courtesy of the plumbers and pipe fitters. Not many of these out there. So I give this to the secretary, and you can raffle it off as a fundraiser for the club. I'm here to argue that this is the wrong measure. It doesn't do what it says it's going to do. What I'm particularly concerned about is the proverbial October surprise. This has been sort of kicked around now since December of last year, and new essential services or reasons for the tax are revolving that aren't reflected in the record and is not necessary. In fact, it's contradicted in the record in the budget that the city adopted, and actually the ordinance itself is pretty bad. There's a $1.8 million surplus. It's in the city budget that was adopted June 10th. It's the largest surplus in the past 5 years. This tax is not needed. There is no evidence in the record of the June 10th staff report adopted by City Council that there is a $200,000 deficit looming next year. In fact, what it does says is that the general fund is fully funding of non-government organizations, which means the resource center. The budget's balanced, a modest general fund reserve, which I call surplus. My thesaurus allows me to do that. And